Okay, so this is the end of turn 4 for the Space Wolves. Steve, do you want to explain what you did?
What happened here was Jarl and his unit moved away from the centre there, moved down here.
Yeah.
Grimnar decided to backtrack the way they'd come.
So they're over there now.
And head over towards the other objective.
And they're heading towards that objective in the far corner.
That was all the movement. Then the shooting we had here, we had Stormcaller opened up with 2 psychic powers, Living Lightning and Murderous Hurricane.
And there was a load of cultists.
There were 10 cultists down there. They've now all ran away screaming like little girls.
Little girls.
Weren't they the Krieg cultists?
Oh no, they were just cultists. Anyway, so what's happened over here?
Here we had a combat with Genestealers there.
There was 3 Genestealers versus 3
Terminators.
Yeah.
2 have died, but I killed a Genestealer and managed to hold with my morale check.
Okay.
Over here was 1 lone Space Wolf trying to take on the unit of 5 Genestealers there, and he unfortunately popped his gloves.
And that's it.
Finally, was Grimnar's unit went into the Magos and the unit of his command
wiped them all
there
out.
and wiped them out.
Wiped them all out. And again, at the beginning of the turn, we still haven't had any hull quakes or any voiding and stuff. So we keep rolling no effect at the beginning of this turn. Well, the beginning of each turn, sort of thing. Not player turns, but normal turns. So hopefully, after we've done the sort of Genestealer cult turn, we may even get a hull quake on the next one. Who knows? Anyway, so we'll see you.
These guys to be voided out into space.
You just want those guys over there to be voided. We'll see what happens. Okay, so
likely it would be everybody but Grimnar.
Yeah, he's strong. It's a strength test.
Or usually it'll be just Grimnar.
Right. Okay, so we're going to now do the Genestealer turn 4. So it's Genestealer turn 4, and we'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, bye. Okay, so that was the end of turn 4 for the Genestealer player. What happened?
The Genestealers have all obviously been on some prescription grade steroids because my god did they do some running. Obviously those guys stayed put because, well, we wanted to hold the objective.
Of course.
The 2 units of guardsmen here.
What, the garden cultists?
The cultists. Yeah,
They've run.
They moved 6 and ran 6.
Yeah.
They moved 6 and ran 5.
Yeah.
So they've been out in White Chamber's secret stash.
Yeah.
These guys have decided to move the Patriarch out of his little corner. He's abandoning the Monty Python tactic, and he's chasing down the back of Stormcaller.
Okay.
Those boys over there have ran a little further in to take that objective.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll hold it until these guys can catch the back of Stormcaller. The Renegade Guardsmen are making their way probably along this sort of corridor.
That would be the Renegade Cultists.
Renegade Cultists.
Go on, carry on.
Renegade Cultists, currently they're on top of this barricade, but I just didn't want them falling off.
Okay.
These Stealers were 12 inches back this way, but
they've
again, they've had another fantastic run round, so they're catching up. So there is, I suppose, a reason for that Terminator to be facing the wrong way.
Okay, carry on.
There's always a reason.
They're still holding that objective.
So currently we have 2 objectives for me, one kind of. It's about to be contested.
And then over here we had some fighting.
We did indeed. The 3 Genestealers that were on this 1 Terminator managed to do naff all and then get lightning clawed to pieces.
Yeah.
Which Steve was very happy about. Last man syndrome.
It's the last man standing. Okay, so that's the end of turn 4 for both parties. It's now beginning of turn 5 and it's Space Wolves to go, but before that we need to roll, so I will see you in a second. Bye.